I'm sure you want to talk about what did I miss and like the drop with Central C this Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was just thinking like some of his rollout stuff that he's been doing, like when he was driving around in that box truck around Toronto, like
That was
just
sick.
some of
Yeah,
that stuff.
I can go ahead and tell you that that night when he started the Iceman video, obviously I was locked in because I saw his Instagram said 9 p.m. like some YouTube link, so I was
Mm,
there like right away at 9. I was refreshing because he didn't end up getting on, or at least on my end, I didn't get to see it till like 9:30, and then I realized where he was,
yeah.
and I was at home and I couldn't
Uh,
like I know I'm a sicko, but like I'm not
uh,
gonna drive to like find him, you know? Like I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
crazy like but
yeah,
there
yeah.
were so many people. Like I don't know if you saw the overhead view. Like within
Mm,
like
yeah,
45 minutes, they tracked him, or
yeah.
like less than that, and then they swarmed him at Yonge and Dundas Square. Like I thought that was pretty cool. I also thought it was cool that the narrative is, that he's not supposed to get all that love in his city, and
Mm,
it just proved immediately that that's not the case.
yeah, yeah.
Because like Kendrick did his thing, like he did his two shows, the 13th and the 14th, he sold out the dome
Mm,
twice.
yeah,
That's cool. Like do what
yeah. Mm,
obviously my opinion on that is I think a lot of the people who attended for, yes, they're huge Kendrick Lamar fans, but a lot of people traveled like from outside
yeah,
of the heart of Toronto. So my argument is that the heart of Toronto, not everybody is gonna go against Drake like that, but at
yeah,
the end of the day, people are gonna like what they're gonna like. So
yeah.
whatever. But
Absolutely.
it was cool that he reversed the narrative there and just kind of proved like,
Mm,
nah, like I still get love in my city regardless of what anybody's trying to tell you, you know?
yeah, for sure. How many incognito like Drake fans do you think were at the Kendrick shows?
Oh my god. Okay, dude. One thing I saw a group of dudes. I saw a thing of a group of dudes hanging outside the Kendrick show, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Yo, we're OVO." Like that is corny. That is
Mm,
lame. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like
yeah.
I had people in my comment sections like prior to the concert being like, "Yo, are
Mm,
you gonna pop out at like the gathering?" And I'm like, "No." What are you
yeah.
doing? I'm like
Yeah.
employed. I know you guys love to think I'm not employed, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, bro! Like you
Yeah.
really gotta do something more proactive with your time. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems a little extreme and like you said, yeah, corny. Just like I don't know, like the beef is legit, but it's not like I don't think it's getting to that point at this time at least.
Like it's corny, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the guy doesn't know us. At the end of the day, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
Anyways,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I know somebody that is such a Kendrick fan that I was actually just talking with her. I think she's in like the Toronto area. Anyway, she went to like 10 or 11 of his shows. It was just wild to the point where like SZA like pointed her out, like
no
called her out.
way.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
was pretty
no,
crazy. Like just there all the time.
yeah. No, the dude has diehard fans. Like we're
Yeah.
not saying he doesn't. Like trust me, it's just the
Mhm,
city has way more love for Drake than people like to think. Like people from other places,
mhm.
I understand
Sure.
they don't know about it. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's okay. Like it can be shown just like Drake likes to say, I get more love in the city that you're from, or I head to Delilah with all of my ice and everything's
Mhm,
fine. Like he's still getting all this love in LA. Maybe he's not, maybe he's not getting as much love as he was in LA, but
mhm.
he's
Sure.
popping and he's still top of the world. Like people need to get that straight. Like he's not gonna lay down and die. Drake's career is gonna end when he decides that it ends because he never does what he's supposed to do. The end of the
Yeah.
beef, he was supposed to be quiet and take a back seat and stop making music. Bro, this
Mm,
guy dropped Blue Green Red and the 100 gig stuff, and he was saying stuff about, he was talking like, sexual about women, and it was like,
mhm.
whoa, oh my god, is he talking about
Yeah.
like, it was a very
Yeah.
touchy subject, and he's just like, no, like I'm not feeding
Mm.
into your narrative, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep doing me. I
Yeah.
do my thing, and then you guys got to see how you're gonna, keep up with me, kind of thing. So I
Mm.
rate that.
Yeah. Well, and like if he did stop like doing what he normally does and like he's like tiptoeing around like lyrics about women or something, it almost is like it's almost the reverse effect. It almost makes you think like he's admitting it. He's admitting it.
Yeah,
Like he
exactly,
is.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's why I like the play he made, because it's like, whether it was like, I don't want to think that it's a play he made. I want to think that that was genuine,
Mhm.
because he's like, bro, I'm not. What do I have to? like if I was actually like this and I was fighting, legally for myself, then yeah, I would stop releasing music with all that type of shit. But he's so confident in
Hmm.
his spot,
Yeah.
right? So it's just
Yeah.
it's becoming more evident to me that it was a way to take him down, and it's a perfect way to take him down because nobody wants to
Hmm.
defend someone who does that stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
Yeah.
defend that,
Hmm. Yeah.
and yeah,
Well, and like touching on Toronto, like there's some cities that don't care at all about who's come out of them. Like LA, for example. No, like people in LA don't really care who's from LA because everybody's from LA. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like it's a city of stars, but Toronto does appreciate the people that
that
like
takes.
have come from Toronto. As much as maybe lately they want to like shy away from Drake because of all this stuff. It's like no, when he's in the city, like people are going to be like
Oh,
they're gonna be
it's
like
Drake.
whatever, yeah, it's Drake, like we got to go see it, like if he's doing some shows or
Mhm.
like this thing where he's driving around. Yeah, people are gonna show up and they're gonna want to see him and they're gonna want to support him.
Okay, this summer he's doing OVO Fest like he always does
Hmm.
at I think at Budweiser stage in Toronto,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do my best to free myself up and get there. I don't know if I'm
Hmm.
gonna, last time he had a show at the ACC when he was doing the
Hmm.
It's All a Blur tour, and I went,
Yep.
and I was lucky enough to be sent there, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that lucky this time.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna try to free up time and get there, but I'm telling you, there is going to be thousands of people who
Oh
are
yeah.
there attending that
Hmm.
last year were all bashing him, like
Hmm.
all like
Yeah.
all kinds of, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's lame. It's so lame to me. Like I
Yeah.
always I always made sure to go online and be like, listen, I don't support the claim. I don't support what claims are being made, but I don't
Yeah.
believe it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just tried to make sure, because it's like, you guys are you
Yeah.
guys are going out of your way to be like, Drake's a pedo, Drake's this, Drake's that, and then you're at his show. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
too
Yeah, it's
much, man.
almost worse. Like I was asking about like covert fans going to Kendrick show. It's almost worse the opposite. Like
Yeah,
because I think it's cooler right now. Like it's more trendy right now to be on Kendrick Lamar's side than it
yeah,
is to be on
absolutely.
Drake's side. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's pretty crazy. And so you're hoping to go to OVO, which is pretty cool. That was another thing that I guess Drake did is he flew like a bunch of streamers out to like a
Yeah,
show of
where was
his.
my seat, bro? Where was my seat, bro? You
Yeah,
want to
come
talk
on,
about that,
Drake.
bro?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You know what it is? It's the fact that I haven't blown up on IG yet. Like, I'm trying to do the cross-platform
Mm,
thing, but I haven't
yeah.
blown up on IG. So I'm just gonna keep telling myself that's what it is. But I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
damn well he's seen my content before. I know darn well, but it's okay, bro. I'm patient.
Mm,
All
yeah.
good.
Yeah. You'll be there the next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. He's gonna pull through one day when he's like driving by the restaurant. He's just gonna pop in. He's gonna be like, "Yo, here's your bag, by the way. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I've
Yeah.
just been busy." And I'll be like, "No, it's like totally chill. Like, you're good." That's just what's gonna happen. I'm
That's
fine with it.
I believe it 100%. And I know Drake also watches this podcast, so I know that he's gonna feel bad when he hears that you didn't get your
Yeah,
invite,
for
right?
damn sure.
So.
He's always tapped into B-side music with me, bro. Like, you don't know, you don't see his IG
Uh,
stories. He's always posting you and shit. Like, come
yeah.
on. Eventually, he's gonna
Sheesh.
see me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy. Eh, yeah, I don't like. Obviously, hip hop has always been about the rollouts. Like rollouts are really important.
yeah.
Um, Clearly, he's ramping up for something. You kind of like. Do you feel like he's going to be dropping in the fall? Is that kind of your thought?
I think it's going to be an October 24th rollout, because I
Okay.
saw him in the Iceman video in the YouTube clip when
Hmm.
he clocked into work. He
Yeah.
typed in 1024 as the passcode, and he doesn't
Okay.
do anything by accident.
Hmm.
So I really think that it's going to be 1024 as the rollout, because last year or 2 years ago when he dropped For All the Dogs, he
Hmm.
wore on his braids at a concert, he wore 1022, and it
Oh,
and
okay.
back down the braid. He didn't drop, or sorry, 922. He didn't drop
Okay.
it September 22nd, because Taylor dropped her album.
Mm,
And then in
yeah.
in Taylor Made Freestyle, like way later, he said, "Yo, I moved my album when she dropped." Like, he addressed
Mm,
it after, right?
yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
that he does that stuff on purpose.
Yeah.
But I also think that it, someone could step on his rollout again. Like, if Kendrick's
Yeah.
smart, Kendrick steps on his rollout. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Clips had a rollout. Their project is, it's what it is. Like, Pusha T's been that guy. Like, we're not gonna pretend like he's not a
Yeah.
lyricist. You know, he's
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
do I think that, he's corny when he talks about Drake? Absolutely.
Mm.
But that's not for me to decide. We're talking about the art here, and like
Yeah.
Drake's doing his best to make sure that Clips doesn't get the attention that it might deserve.
Mm.
And that's like rightfully so, dude. Like, the grudge goes back for so many years. He's like,
Yeah.
you don't get to tell people I'm not that guy. I'm that guy,
Mm.
and I have all of the documentation to prove it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Um, One thing that I was just talking about, like a lot of this is because of the Clips album coming out, but I was talking on a previous episode just about Pusha T and how like he's now like beefing, like his thing is he's beefing with Travis, and like people are like,
He's bringing up the
is
meltdown verse 2 whole years later, bro.
yeah.
Respectfully, give it up. Like, Travis might have did a corny thing. Travis, according to Pusha, what did he do? He ran, he walked in, he stepped on the session. He was in a studio session with Pharrell.
Yeah, I think so. They were in the studio, yeah, doing
Something, I don't know if it
something.
was with
Yeah.
Pharrell, but he was in the middle of a session, and Travis stomped on the session with his
Mhm.
briefcase. You
Mhm.
know, said this album's coming out, whatever. Played the meltdown verse, left, thing dropped. Like, such a crazy series of events when you think about it.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, you want to argue that Drake did a bad thing. You can argue that by buying Pharrell's chains and doing what he did.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I also find it interesting that allegedly Tyler the Creator was supposed
Mhm.
to receive one of those chains from Pharrell,
Really?
or was
Okay.
supposed to be passed down one of those
Yeah.
chains. I don't
Sure.
know how true that is, but I've heard it from multiple people,
Mhm.
and it makes sense because do you remember he dropped a song called "Sticky" on his album, like right
Yeah.
after, and he
Mhm.
had Lil Wayne on it.
Mhm.
So I always thought that was like a sort of a shot to Drake because it happened
Okay.
to be after
Okay.
Utopia, because Drake has a
Yeah.
huge song called Sticky. So he
Yeah.
tried
Yeah. Yeah.
to, wipe it off the charts and like make
Mhm.
his, right,
Yeah.
go higher.
Man, it's when you could just go down the rabbit holes forever with
Yeah.
these like with these
Yeah.
little intricacies of the beefs, and like yeah, the competition is just so intense. But yeah, basically I think like Pusha, a lot of people think Pusha T just comes up when he surfaces when the beefs are happening, like when there's drama to be had,
Exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
The whole Pusha T thing is interesting and funny. I haven't really been like a huge follower of what he does, but I have noticed that he kind of surfaces in those moments when it's like something's going on, there's some drama, and he kind of like pushes that through.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
He's like, it's my time to be relevant again,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Something
I
something
understand.
like that.
It's not fair that, like, whatever, in his eyes he's like, yo, they don't see me for like what I am, and like I'm a lyricist. It's like,
Yeah.
I know, dude, if you sit down with your music, I'm not going to take that away from you. I know you make sure to bar things out,
Yeah.
but I don't know, like, you can't be mad at Drake for doing it in a more catchy way and in a more palatable way. Like, I can see why the general public is not so welcoming to Pusha T's music as they are to Drake's. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
nobody's telling Pusha T he can't make a love song. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Totally.
can
Yeah.
make like a song,
Mhm.
pandering to women. God forbid a guy's like,
Mhm.
yo, you look good,
Yeah.
Like, his
Yeah.
new song with Central C, it's like completely a song for the girls, the one he teased. I don't know if you saw it at Wireless.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, why he's doing it, but it's like, why can't you do it too? Like, play
Yeah.
his game. I've always said, if you're gonna take Drake down, you have to play his game better than him, and nobody can do it.
Yeah.
You have to step on his rollouts. One, like,
Yeah.
Kendrick has to have another GNX ready or something when
Yeah.
Drake drops Iceman. Otherwise, it's like you're just letting the guy eat. You're just going
Yeah.
against exactly what you said. You said you had 5 more stocks in stock. Drop them on him.
Yeah.
And that's not me saying like I want to see Drake go down, but I want to see it be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I want to see what they got for each other. Like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
believe it's the end.
It it probably isn't.
No, it's not.
But I would be shocked if Kendrick had something like loaded and ready. Well, I guess maybe not shocked because he
No,
did.
because he's supposed to be the boogeyman. So be the
Yeah, it's
boogeyman.
true. Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That would be genius though. Step on that rollout, make him push it to because the issue is, when did he release For All the Dogs after? Like, when did it end up being released? Was it October?
For All the Dogs released October 6th, and I only
Okay.
know that because it was released at midnight, and then I went to the concert that same day. That was
Okay.
nuts.
Yeah,
That
that
was
is crazy. That's crazy. Because if he's teasing already October, like late October for this,
24th is
if
his
some
birthday too.
oh, okay. If somebody steps on, if Kendrick does that, then like that's going to be tough. Music, not very many people release anything in November or December. You know what I mean? Like those are kind of crappy times of year to drop anything. So is he going to
Drake,
wait until
Drake,
like February?
that's the thing though. That's the thing. So Drake is a sicko, okay?
Yeah.
Like everything is always like planned. Like I said, like he planned to drop it For All the Dogs on September 22nd, and then Taylor stepped on his release. So he
Mm,
pushed it 2 weeks back. Respectfully, do whatever you got to do. Just like
yeah.
I would expect him to do the same. He's like, no, I'm not going to get the most out of my art if I
Yeah.
drop when she's, when she's popping right now. Like nobody's going to listen
Totally.
to my stuff. I know
Yeah.
I can take a backseat to Taylor Swift,
Mhm.
right? But like, I don't know. Like, what if he, and this is obviously speculation, but what if he put the 1024 to like trick them and like plan a rollout for that day, and then he's
Mm.
actually going to drop it earlier? You know,
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
happen too.
Could be.
That could
Yeah.
happen too.
Yeah.
This is what I would do if I was Kendrick Lamar, and I don't condone his behavior. But if
Mhm.
I was Kendrick Lamar, I would say, bro, I gotta have my next, whatever your next euphoria is, because that was a full song, substantial. Like you put some thought into that. You gotta
Yeah.
have your next euphoria ready when Drake drops an album. I'm not talking a project where you go out of your way and you have features on it and it's like a
Mhm.
whole other thing and it costs so much more money. No, do do a raw release, like the way Drake did with Fighting Irish,
Yeah.
when he
Yeah. Yeah.
when Conductor Williams dropped it and then it was gone like an hour later,
Yeah.
but everybody
Totally.
saw him just the raw rapping.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
us some of that.
Yeah.
Like I understand Kendrick is like very calculated and he takes pride in his work, but it's like show us that that's who you are without even trying. Like Drake, what I love is when people are like, "Yo, quality over quantity," and
Yeah.
it's like Not Like Us was a great song, but I
Mhm.
want to see you do it again, bro. Like
Yeah.
you did Squabble Up, and that was a good one. I don't know, man. Like I want to see you do more of that. Like I said, play Drake's game. Show us that he's not the only one who can make dancey dancey songs that are for women, and like
Mhm.
play his game and show that you can do it better than him. Otherwise, you're just leading people down like the whole accent thing. There's no accent you can sell me. Like there were so many people telling me he's forcing the Jamaican accent. It's like, no, that's a Toronto Caribbean patois style
Mhm.
accent that he's doing for the Central Sea collab. And like that's a natural thing. He grew up around people like that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what I don't like. It's like, I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
and
don't
if
know.
if anybody even tried to do what Drake does, it wouldn't translate because they would it would be unnatural for them. And like Drake, like that's their thing against Drake is that like you sold out, this is what you do, this is what you're doing. But like Drake's kind of been doing it his whole career, so it's not like he ever really sold out at any point. This is just who he is. This is what he does. And like who else does that? Not
There's
really anybody. If
no.
Yeah, if Kendrick Lamar tried to do something like that, I feel like the hate on him for trying to do that would be like pretty massive. Because for one, I don't think he could pull it off. I don't think anybody would be convinced by it.
There's a song on Cardi's album where Kendrick
Uh-huh.
says, "Cardi, my evil twin," and he does like this weird thing with his voice, and he was getting
Yeah,
hated on for that. Do I condone the hate? No, because it's like he's trying to, he does that sometimes. He does his weird little voice or whatever. But it's just like, why are you doing features with people like Playboy Cardi? Like he's a horrible dude. He has
yeah,
a bad track record. Like
yeah,
he was physically violent with Iggy Azalea. Um,
yeah, yeah,
like he's not present in his children's lives according to her. Like why do you co-sign someone like that and you're on 3 tracks on his project,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Drake's whatever he is, like it doesn't, it's not consistent. Why are you at the pop out? Because Dr. Dre runs everything. I understand. But what
Mhm.
about him knocking up a 17-year-old when he's in his mid-20s? And you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I don't know. It's different with him because the media didn't get that one right. It's like, man, miss me with that, bro.
Yeah.
We're all consuming the same media. Like Kendrick Lamar has the most inside scoop more than
Yeah.
any of us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
put your foot down. Don't work with anybody like that. Like
Yeah.
just work with yourself and TDE and clips or whatever. Like work with your boys and that's it. Like do what
Yeah.
Drake's doing. Drake is like Drake cut everyone out of his life. He's like I did a song with 21 and Thug and Sexy Red because those three never switched on me publicly. They never
Yeah.
said anything publicly. And
Yeah.
then he's got, Party Next Door, Giveon, the UK artist Central C, Dave, all those guys. Those guys didn't switch because those guys don't subscribe to like the media in the
Yeah.
US. They're like, whatever, bro. And
Yeah.
Party's
Yeah.
from Canada, Party's signed to OVO. He's being cold. Like, no, we're not gonna see no more Drake in Future. We're not gonna see no more, Drake in The Weekend, which my heart breaks for that because if we
Yeah.
go into 40's computer, I guarantee you there's like a whole 3 albums full of tracks of them that we've never
Oh
heard.
yeah.
They
I'm
could
sure.
cash
Yeah.
out so many times. I think they should just piece it up one last time, drop the
Yeah.
project for the city, and then go your separate ways and never speak again. Just please give us the music, bro. We need the music. I just
Yeah.
I respect that he hasn't gone back on his word. Since that happened, he has not worked with anybody who switched on him. Nobody.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And you can say, oh, well, he's doing that for whatever reason. It's like, no, dude, he's doing it because that's what he believes in. He's not going to stand there and be like, yeah, I'm a horrible person and just cower. Like he's not going
Mm.
to do that. He's Drake. You guys are
Yeah.
wrong.
Absolutely. Do you think that if The Weeknd, well, apparently he's not using that moniker anymore, whatever he decides to go under, but do you think if The Weeknd and Drake dropped a collab album, that would be the best R&B album like ever?
Like, bro, oh my god, The Zone? I don't know. You ever heard The Zone by The Weeknd?
Mm.
It's stupid long. It's a 7-minute song. That's one of my favorite collabs from them. And Drake only
Okay.
has like a
What was
little.
that? Was that on a Drake project or on a Weekend project?
That was on the Weekend project. It was.
What do you
I
remember which
don't remember
album?
the name of the album. It was the black album with the background, the hills. It's on that one
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yes, yeah.
And
I know what you're talking
that
about now.
dude, that song is crazy. And if you
Mm-hmm.
get a taste of anything like that, like they're just
Mm-hmm.
different. They've always had that sound about them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and Abel can sang for real, and like that's another
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Drake had to go. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like Drake's always been a great singer. There's
mm,
literally videos of him after he's already released like Comeback Season and Room for Improvement, like taking vocal lessons with a vocal
yeah,
coach.
yeah, yeah.
That's why people are like, oh, he's an actor. He's not like that. It's like,
Mm,
no, you become who you are. Like
yeah,
Kendrick
man.
Lamar wasn't who he is now before he dropped Section 80. Like,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you play you get to that point. So
okay.
many people take like vocal lessons and stuff. Like I think that that's something like of course they're going to hold it over Drake's head and I think that's mostly just because like
Oh, why? Because
you
he
can
wants to get
tell.
better? Because he wants to touch up his skills? So
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I know it's strange. But yeah, that would be an album that I would be because I think that to me that's my favorite side of Drake. I know that you really enjoy like his bars and stuff, but I love his R&B stuff.
No, dude, I love all the
And
singles.
and I love The Weeknd and his production is like not that Drake's production is bad, but
Mm.
The Weeknd's production I just find is like out of this world. Like I don't know what like is his some of his like the last 4 albums he put out were just like crazy. So
Yeah,
if they collab, that would be literally like that would be amazing. That would break the internet. I think that would
no,
just be
that's the problem, dude. The Weeknd is fantastic. Like,
yeah,
I still bump his music. Like, we're not
yeah,
gonna, sit here and say I don't. And like when he drops, whenever there's a new song that comes out that he's on, I'm gonna listen to it.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
like
yeah,
one of those. There's so many people who are like, no, we're not gonna like even entertain the thing. It's like even Drake at OVO is listening to the songs when they come
yeah,
out
yeah,
if they're
yeah,
about him. It's like, you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
doing Drake. You are not doing Drake a service by not hearing the song. Like, I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe you are because you're like not giving them a sale, but it's like I think that's lame. I'm like, in order to be an actual like credible voice in the discussion, you have to
Mm-hmm.
hear both sides. You can't not hear what Kendrick said and then be like Drake won the beef. It's like you don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
or vice
Totally.
versa. You know,
Yeah. Man. Yeah. It's wild. So let's talk about what's it called? I didn't
what
miss
did I
something.
miss?
What did I miss? I'm so bad with song names. So give us your taste on that, or your take on that. Is this a single for his album? Is this just a one off? What do you think?
I think what did I miss is a rollout for the album for sure, but
Okay.
it was his way of saying like, you know, I'm back in the game
Mm-hmm.
and I'm confident and I'm not I'm just I know I've been, you know, out of the loop, I guess, for a little bit, but tell me what I missed. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw he posted on his IG the Billboard charts and
Okay.
Alex
I didn't
Warren
see.
was at the
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
with that song Ordinary,
Mm.
right? So he said something like suppressor on the number one spot. So he's still feeding into the narrative that UMG's like pushing him down, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but he showed love to him. Like he didn't say it
Yeah.
in like a negative way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, he's kind of basically saying like I'm back and like
Mm.
I went first day. I'm second on the billboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to it's not supposed to be that easy for me with what
Mm-hmm.
happened last year, you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
So were
Yeah.
you effective or was that all just performative? I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's what the message of the song is. And dude, I'll say it again. I think he does the coolest rollouts ever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? Like this guy loves to cosplay as like a guy who has a job. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
loves to do that. In the
Yeah.
Life is Good music video, they're cooking in the kitchen. In the Started from the Bottom music video, he works at Shoppers Drug or at Walmart or
Mm.
something. He's
Yeah.
always clocked in. He clocks in the Iceman videos, measuring ice. Like he's like reminiscing. The guy is so rich that he's like,
Yeah.
wow, wouldn't that be cool to just be like a regular citizen with regular priorities? You
Yeah.
know, it's so
Yeah.
wild
That's
to see.
Well, and he's also hilarious. Like he's really funny. I think that
Yes,
he's like a legitimate like funny person.
mhm.
And you could say it's because of his acting career, like
Oh,
whatever. But like I just think back to like I'm sure you remember this like I don't know actually if it was an SNL skit or if it I think it was an SNL skit maybe or it was a commercial, but it was him and Will Ferrell. Like literally hilarious like doing the handshakes or whatever they're doing. And then he one of my favorite episodes of I don't know if you watch Caleb Presley. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like Sunday. It's like him and like there's his buddy called Glenny Balls and he just eats ice cream and Drake like
oh,
did it's like
yes,
a comedy. Yeah.
yes.
I
This
forget.
interview was so funny, bro.
It was
Yes,
hilarious. Like obviously Caleb Presley and like the two hosts are hilarious, but I thought Drake was like just so funny too. Like you see some of those interviews and like you can tell people are uncomfortable or like they don't really know how to act with that type of humor, but like Drake's just he's taking it and he's dishing it and
he's
it's
good. Yeah,
yeah,
he's good. He's good with that. You're right.
he's just he's a just a legitimate like seems like a legitimately like funny guy. It is sad sometimes when like for example this beef kind of takes him out of that world and puts him in a more serious like
Yeah,
aggressive
dude.
world because I think he's at his best when he's in that like kind of silly goofy mentality like I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No, I agree 100%. I think that it was supposed to discourage him. You're right. The beef was like meant to discourage him, and he
Yeah.
was supposed to lose he was supposed to lose aura and Riz, you know? He's supposed to lose like those charismatic points about him. He's like, "No, dude, that's who I am. Like I'm not gonna feed into that. I'm not gonna lay down and say, yeah, that's who I am." And um do you remember the video of him? I don't know if it's an SNL skit too, but with him and DeMar DeRozan before
Oh
they
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
more I
yeah.
see it, the less I like it. Like
Yeah, I
he's
know.
jokes, bro. Like those are
I know.
classic. His jokes.
It is yeah.
There's even one with Lil Dicky too.
Oh,
If you wanna
really?
like after I say this, if you wanna put a clip of that in our thing,
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. The one with Lil Dicky's hilarious.
yeah. Yeah, I just think he's legit, like, a just a really funny guy, like, and how many other, like other than maybe Tyler, the Creator, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a
He
pretty,
is
like, just
hilarious.
he's just hilarious, so funny. Did you see the clip with him where Billie Eilish is like doing a Vogue interview or something, like an interview with like a magazine, and she calls Tyler and is like, I can't remember if she's like, I wet myself or like I shit my pants or something. And it is literally the funniest interaction because like you never know if those are staged or not, but like it seems legit. It seems like spur of the moment. And he's like so kind, but also like so hilarious. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What about the
But
one with
I don't know.
Esmeralda
Gosh.
with that little kid? Oh my god, that
Yeah.
one is
There's
hilarious
just
too.
so many. Yeah. But
The
I
guy's
guess I
sick.
say that to say like there's very few like rappers out there that are just hilarious, like they're just really funny, like seem
Yeah.
like they're genuinely hilarious and genuinely nice. Usually when somebody's really funny, they're usually nice as well. Like usually you can't have like, I guess sometimes funny people can be kind of dickheads too, but like for the most part,
No,
you know what I
because
mean?
you're not gonna leave the conversation saying, "Oh, he was a funny guy." You're gonna leave
Yeah.
thinking that guy was a dickhead. You're not
Yeah.
gonna think any positive things. Like that's all gonna go out the window. You have to. It has to be both. You're 100% right. In
Yeah.
order for people to talk to you about you in a positive light, you have to be inherently a good dude when you're around
Yeah.
them. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see why people are eating this up so fast when so many people vouch for him. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's true. It's, and it like, I think the craziest part of all of this is like, that like all of these accusations, like especially the most serious accusations thrown at Drake in this,
Yeah.
like they just were thrown and they're just sitting there.
There's no.
There's no proof, no follow up, no investigation. Like it's like this was thrown out. And like you said when we talked, like I don't know how long ago it was a few months ago. Like obviously if Kendrick like legitimately thinks this, like to him it's like I gotta expose this, and like it's up to maybe somebody else to show the proof. I don't know. But it's like this has been so long. That's a really serious accusation. And like
Yeah.
it's just sitting in nothing. Like there's nothing. It's just kind of out in the universe and nobody can back it, like
Yeah.
nobody can like back the argument. It's just out there.
Mhm. And you know what's crazy to me that I'd like to say, and you can choose to put this in if you whether you want or not. But
Yeah.
when we had our first podcast, or when we had our first chat, you
Mm.
and you still are, you're still on Kendrick's side probably more than you would be on Drake's side. But I think it's funny that you are natural. I didn't tell you to say that. You're
Yeah.
naturally realizing, like, dude, come on, like, it's like, where's the proof at? And it's like,
Yeah.
at the height of it last year, you almost didn't need the proof because you were like, yeah, I see all these videos. I saw all these videos one time that like make me
Mm.
believe it. But it's like, no, dude, there's got to be more than that. Like, you're not going to go into a courtroom and be like, this guy killed someone, and then the judge is just going to throw him in jail forever.
Yeah.
It's not how it works.
Yeah.
You gotta show the proof, and it's like we're waiting. And the more you don't show proof, the more discredited your all of those songs are going to be, whether or not they're good songs and they're catchy songs. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You can
Yeah.
say you're a hater. I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you dress, whatever. You can talk about that, but don't throw accusations at him. That's different. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what? There's no rules to it, but it only applies to Drake, right? Like Drake can't say that Kendrick's wife has a kid with Dave Free or whatever. It's like, I
Yeah.
thought there were no rules. You're throwing around pedo accusations. Why can't he throw around a baby daddy accusation? Like, you guys aren't playing the same game here. Like,
Yeah. It's true. I think at this point I'm kind of just like I'm kind of over the beef, I guess. Like at
yeah,
this point I feel like I like the beef. I guess I like the competition of the beef. But
yeah,
I'm like over the specifics of the beef. I'm like, okay, these guys just don't like each other. Let's just like leave it at that. Like, let's forget about the specifics that were said because there really wasn't any grounds
yeah,
for the specifics. They just
yeah.
don't like each other. Okay, cool. Now let's just like keep that like competition, that mentality. I like that better because I don't know. It is just one of those things where you're kind of like, man, like what is going on?
World Cup's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's being held first. I think first shows in Vancouver. Like, it's being held in Canada.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna have a couple in Toronto. Uh, like we saw Drake on the talk or on whatever show that was. I think it was on Rai Italia with
Mhm.
the guy who was like, "You're gonna, we're gonna make history there." I am so curious to know if he performs, if he's the first
Mm.
person to ever perform at a World Cup. That would be so nuts. And I'm also
Yeah.
curious to see what Kendrick does during that time. Like
Mm.
when Kendrick was doing his GNX tour,
Yeah.
Drake went to Australia and he did those. I don't know if you whatever he did like 2-3 weeks of shows.
Yeah. Yeah. He did several, right? Like, how many shows did he do? Like 6?
I don't know exactly how many,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is he always does something to retaliate, and like
Yeah.
vice versa, Kendrick always does something to retaliate, or
Mhm.
usually. So I'm curious to see if he's gonna try and take focus away from the World Cup,
Mm.
and
I don't know.
if he's even able to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you do that? Like, I
Yeah,
don't think I don't think anybody can take the focus away from the World Cup. Well,
I know.
especially because like how many people, like, the World Cup is so global, and really for the most part, Kendrick Lamar is very just like Americanized. You know what I mean? Like his fan base is in America. Absolutely, Drake has a wider fan base for sure.
But that's my point. That's my
Mm.
point. I'm glad you said
Yeah,
that. His fan base is American.
yeah,
So Americans think that America is the only country in the world.
yeah. It's
You
true.
understand? So
Yeah,
if they hear something happen during the World Cup, they're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, remember when Kendrick stepped all over the World Cup?" And that'll be the narrative because that's how Americans are. They're loud
yeah.
and
It's true.
you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
inherently. I'm not
yeah,
saying everyone's like that. I'm just saying from what I've seen, yeah,
yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, yeah, nobody's gonna nobody's gonna know because unless Kendrick somehow is like on like broadcast through the world, like all of these other countries are not gonna know that he's doing anything. Like
No,
nobody's
no, 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 no.
like America and the UK probably, some of Europe will like kind of know this stuff. Everybody else won't. And if Drake makes some sort of an appearance or whatever happens, like obviously that's gonna be broadcast to you know,
Dude,
hundreds of millions, billions potentially.
yeah, you're right, man. Like that's why I said it's important that he only convinces the Americans. He's not going to convince any people like from other continents that he's stepping on the World Cup. They're like, "No, I don't know about this. You're American. I'm just watching my soccer." They're not going to
Yeah.
see it like that. But what he needs to do is convince the American people, and he did that. He
Mhm.
already did that when he performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the biggest stage. I'm sorry.
Mm.
The Super Bowl is not the biggest stage. It's
Yeah.
a huge stage. You had so many people watching. You did a huge thing. Nobody can ever take that away
Mm.
from him.
Yeah.
But a reminder to American people that that's not the biggest stage in the world. It's not even close.
Yeah. I you bringing that up just made me remember because I think the Emmys are like happening soon.
Mm.
Um and I'm pretty sure Kendrick Lamar was nominated for a few Emmys for the halftime show, which I don't know if that's ever happened before.
Oh my
But I want to
god, bro, they're
I want
milking
to
it,
see
dude.
I
No.
want to see if that's ever happened. I've never heard of like the Super Bowl halftime show
You know what ruined it
being
for me?
known.
You know what ruined it for me while you're looking for that?
Yeah, yeah.
And stop me if you find it. What ruined it for me is seeing Lucian Grange and Dr. Dre go like this when Kendrick got called up for his Grammy.
Mm.
Did you notice that?
I didn't know.
He got like 8, 9, 10, 12 Grammys that night. It's like, whatever. Someone go hand him a
Mm.
Grammy right now. Like, the guy
Yeah,
deserves it. Okay, fine. But 12? Like, really? But it's like when you have the two CEOs dapping each other up, it's so sus. It's like you
yeah,
guys planned that whole thing. It's not genuine.
yeah.
You guys just
Absolutely.
wanted, yeah, you won. That's why you're hailing each other up. I get it.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
the general public thinks that you won. I get it. But it's like so obvious to people who really, really care and really want to find reasons to not believe it, like me.
Mhm. Yeah. So I didn't notice that, but it is weird, fishy. All that
I know.
stuff. Like I don't know. That stuff is just all.
Just the fact, anyways, that ruined it
Man,
for me.
you can like I'm not super prone to conspiracy, but I think lately I've just been like more prone to conspiracy within the music industry because like there's so much stuff that has like come out about it, and
Bro,
like
it's
man,
fun. It's fun to theorize and
it is it is you put your tinfoil hats on for a little bit and just
it's
like
fun.
go down the rabbit hole. So they did get nominated. Kendrick Lamar got nominated for an Emmy, for several Emmys actually.
For the halftime shows.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I'm trying to see if that's ever happened before.
Name one other artist that has that. Name one other artist. And
Nobody,
this isn't me
not that I know.
arguing that he's the best artist. Name one other artist. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
oh well, he has the paperwork to prove it. Okay,
Yeah.
drop a hit. Drop a
Yeah.
hit. Do it. I'm sick
Yeah,
of it.
well, it is like he has a couple that are half decent, but for sure he's not anywhere in the realm of Drake for dropping like mega hits, right?
And that's the thing. If you put Kendrick Lamar and Drake in a room together, obviously with no weapons, because that would probably end horribly.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
put them in
exactly.
a room together and you gave them each a notepad
Mm-hmm.
and you said, write me the catchiest song that you can, Drake's winning 1,000 times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make the best radio hit or whatever. And that's Kendrick's argument. You're not real. You're not putting your actual, things, the things you went through on paper. You're not putting your experiences down. It's like, that's not the whole music industry. You're mad because Drake is like, oh, I'm gonna get that money and I'm gonna get that money and I'm gonna get that money too. It's like the guy has a team to feed too. He's not like the only person. He rolls
Yeah.
around with like 60, 70 people at a time. Like he has bills to pay, he has contracts, he has people to pay. So of course he's exponentially gonna make more money than you.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
gonna look for ways to make like.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's such a weak argument to me. It's like it just sounds to me like you're not trying as hard as him. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is. And like I think we mentioned this last time we talked, like when you're as big as Drake, like no matter what he does, it's going to be scrutinized, right? Like
Yeah.
every little thing, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, if he makes a mistake, it's going to be like big deal. And then a lot of the positive things, they try to twist it and try to find a reason to, you know, say that it was this horrible thing. He's just trying to make money, or he's just doing this and he's manipulating the system or whatever, and it is pathetic. And you're like,
Yeah.
come on, like he's making good music. Sure, yeah, he has more money than he knows what to do with, and like I guess you can argue, should he share it a little bit? Sure, maybe, I don't know, but at the same time it's like you're not really upset about all the other people that have all of this money either. Like, why is Drake
Yeah.
such a big deal? Taylor
Like
Swift has more
okay.
money.
Yeah, exactly. You're not mad at her for doing like a song. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk too much about Taylor Swift. I think that she has succeeded like beyond
Yeah.
whatever I think is irrelevant. Like
Mm.
she's just gonna be on top of the music world for God knows how long. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, like why? Like if we're talking Kendrick, like why can Kendrick do a song with like Maroon 5 and go pop and shit like that? Like I understand that was Drake's argument. Why are you allowed to go pop
Mm.
if that's what you scrutinize Drake for, dude? Like we're
Yeah.
talking a guy who has been going pop since he started. Like even in Young Money, they were doing pop songs. Like, what are you thinking? Do you think Drake is like, oh, I'm a rapper now, and I'm only a rapper? Like, I don't think Drake has ever said only a rapper. He said in Away From Home, he said, keep it real, I wasn't really gangster till now, he said. So maybe he's like feeling himself a bit. He's like, nah, like I'm actually that guy. It's been 15 years. Look what I have around me. Look at the chains on my neck. Look at everything I own. Like he's feeling himself, So he said that.
Yeah.
People don't like that. People don't like when people are confident in themselves. So they're gonna find a way to make it seem like, you're not even in the right space, dude. You're not even hip hop, bro. Look at you. Look at
Yeah.
you. You're not even fully black. It's
Yeah.
like
Which
that is
is
craziest argument. And you and I are two white people discussing this. So it's like, oh my God. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude, keep that out of your mouth. But it's like, I've met so many people of color that tell me that it's like, no, dude, like, the guy has a black father. Like he's very much present in the culture.
Yeah.
He's been, it's just such a weird argument to me personally. Personally, I think it's such a touchy argument because you have to be so careful. Why are you stripping him of his identity, for God's sake?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's it is a part of hip hop, like this competitiveness and like to try to tear anybody down in any means possible, but it does get really like out of hand for sure. And you're grasping at straws with a lot of things. One thing to like mention with Kendrick and Pop, he had that verse on Taylor Swift's Bad Blood. I don't know if you remember that, but that's like one of the worst collabs, like not one of the
Yeah.
worst collabs. There's obviously been worse, but if I were to think of Taylor Swift's discography and all the collaborations she's had, that collaboration with Kendrick Lamar is one of the worst that she's had in her career,
Do you know
and
how
that's
forced it was?
it
It
was
was
so
forced.
forced. Oh, it was so bad. And like the worst part of it is when Taylor was going through like the whole like Taylor's version and re-recording all of her stuff. She like Kendrick re-recorded that with her. I'm like, cool, like props to you, Kendrick, for doing that, but like you guys should have just let it rest. Like that was so bad. It just did not feel good at all.
I can't take it back. Look where I'm at.
Is he rapping? Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay. He's rapping. He's definitely rapping.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to do that, dude. You don't have to go on Taylor Swift's song. You don't have to say yes to that. Stand on business. What the hell? What the hell? Why are you giving in?
Yeah.
You are supposed to be the face of Compton. You're supposed to be, I'm grimy. I came up from nothing and now I have everything and I feed my people by myself. You need Taylor Swift? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Well, and I think like that was like I guess I don't know the full story of that. I'm shocked that he even said yes to that because of just like his track record and who he's done. So like I could like believe that he was trying to like take some of that fame, you know what I mean? Like kind of aura farming from her. But I know that Taylor like is a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. So I feel like that was like more a dream for her, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't be like I was shocked that he would have said yes to that because like I feel like that's just so far from anything that he would ever want to do. But when you think about it, the audience that's going to hear that, like
I want to see a Taylor Swift Drake collab so bad now.
that would be a way better fit in my mind than Taylor and Kendrick. I 100% believe it. I don't know if it would ever happen. Did you listen at all to another fellow Canadian that just released an album out of nowhere?
Which one?
Justin Bieber.
Oh my God. Why did I say which one? I was like thinking The Weeknd. I was like, who dropped the album? Yes, dude, yes. Crazy album because there's so much talk about how he's unstable, and I loved what he did. I loved that it was so laid back and relaxed. He was like, he had Drewski on the album 3 times. What are you talking about? You are Justin fucking Bieber.
I know. Yeah.
Anyways,
it was a video. Crazy.
I saw a video about it, and like just to take a couple notes from it, he said, fact of the matter is you hear JB almost anywhere. It's like JB, you hear the initials, you know who I am, bro. He's like, he's putting it out there. He's like, I'm Justin Bieber. You're not gonna sit here and take away the fact that I had a private jet at 16 years old. Watch your mouth,
crazy.
Bro. Like
crazy.
And he's like, don't talk about my relationship. Me and Haley were good. You can speculate that I'm still in love with Selena all you want because you fans want me to, be a crash out or whatever. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Man, talk about somebody that took some serious hate over the last couple years. Like Drake took some hate. Like Justin Bieber took some serious hate. Probably not as much as Drake, but for like not even specifically reasons that are like valid. Like
in a different way. He got the hate, but he also he also got the embarrassment, bro. Like, I will never stop feeling bad for the fact that he tried to show everyone with the Yummy music video. He tried, and
Yeah.
as much as people, he successfully got the message out, I feel, because people, like, a lot of people believe it.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, so everybody knows. So where's my like compensation for it though?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no compensation,
Yeah.
there's no
Man.
compensation. You're just going to have to live with the fact that everybody knows what happened to you as a child now. And it's like, holy like, to live with that is so crazy. Like, I can't imagine how that feels.
Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I thought of Justin Bieber was because you said standing on business. Did you? I'm assuming you saw that. I like as soon as you said that, I was like, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, of course, bro. It's not
And what?
talking that I'm standing on business, is it? He's so Canadian, dude. He's
I know.
hilarious.
I
Every
know.
time I hear him, I'm like, you're so Canadian.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be like he. I
Yeah,
think now I'm sure he probably appreciates it a little bit, but like for his whole career, he didn't want to be Canadian.
no,
You know what I
because
mean?
the money's not in Canada, respectfully.
No, it's not.
The
It's
money's in
not.
America. We know that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that was quite the surprise. That was like a big shocker. Do you think like if Drake did something like that, if instead of teasing, instead of rolling out, he just dropped an album out of nowhere, do you feel like that would be a little more successful?
No.
Or do you think that it would be not like the hype wouldn't have been built?
It would have to depend on the substance of the songs. If he just dropped like a poppy album right now without a
Yeah.
rollout, there's no point.
Mhm.
But if he's gonna do like what he did with Fighting Irish and just drop it without telling anyone, and it's like a really barred out song, if he does that with a bunch of songs, then people are gonna be forced to listen.
Mm.
If they just
Yeah.
hear a melody, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Drake's doing this again,"
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Yeah. 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 I was just like because like obviously Bieber has been quiet for a while, so like that plays into you know why dropping out of nowhere is like such a crazy thing and had so much buzz. But there just is like something when an artist just decide, like, obviously the decision was, I'm not going to announce this, I'm not going to roll it out. Like obviously they're not just like in 2 weeks I'm gonna like record and produce and all of this stuff. Like obviously the planning goes really far back, but
Mhm.
I just found it like so interesting. He just drops an album out of nowhere and immediately steals anybody that was planning on releasing anything that day that he dropped. Like,
He's Justin Bieber.
yeah, I know. But Drake is kind of like that. Drake
No, Drake
has
is
that
that
platform.
guy. He's that guy. I think Justin's been long awaited though. Like Drake just released Drake released an album
Yeah.
in February with
Yeah.
Party, and it
Mhm.
was obviously I loved it, but that's besides the point. It wasn't him talking much about what happened. He mentioned it
Mhm.
in a couple songs, but it was more him and Party's style of music, and that was its own thing. So people aren't hungry for Drake music right now.
Yeah.
At least unless you're a diehard Drake fan. You're
Mhm.
not necessarily as hungry as you are if you're a
Yeah.
diehard Justin Bieber
It's
fan,
true.
right? So he doesn't
Yeah.
have to roll out the album. People are like loving it. It's like
Yeah.
Harry Styles, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's true. There's a few people, or like if Frank Ocean just all of a sudden dropped,
Yep.
people would
No, you don't have to
literally
try it.
lose their minds. They would lose their minds. Cool, man. Well, we've been going for about an hour, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna call it.
I was
To
definitely gonna say
respect your
that too.
time. You're like, all right, let's end it
No,
here.
not that. It's just I need to shower. I got to go to work early
Hey, I
again. So
totally get it. Yeah. No, I again, it was awesome having you on. I love, you know what, honestly, I'm maybe a little bit of a closeted Drake fan. Like there's a part of me that when he releases something, like I do approach it a little more critically than an artist that I really love. But I do think I really I just kind of like Drake. I kind of like Drake as a person. I kind of like Drake. Yeah, gotcha. But yeah, anyway, I enjoy having you on because I get a lot of conversation around Kendrick. A lot of that is because I talk to a lot of people that are like music critics, and Kendrick is loved by the critics a lot more than Drake is. So that conversation happens a lot more frequently. But I don't know, it's always a blast having you on talking about Drake and
I appreciate that,
I think,
dude. And I just want to say, like, I'm not necessarily a critic, but I think that people who, you know, critique music for a living they're not, you know, you're gonna be
they're
less
horrible people.
No. You're gonna be less real and less free about
Yeah.
it. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, no, I learned these things and I have like a catalog of things that I have to compare it to, and Drake doesn't meet the criteria here, so I don't think the song is good. You know, like Anthony Fantano. Oh my God. I know in his car he plays Drake. I know it. I don't care. I don't care. On the way to the gym in the morning, you're playing Drake. I know it.
I need to have him on and ask that, because that would be hilarious. If he bumps Drake in the car and working out.
Then what are you doing what are you doing asking me for a podcast, dude? Please.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah. But I did notice, speaking of Fantano, he does his like weekly track roundup or whatever he does, and he put Drake's track as like worst or something. I can't remember. I saw it.
I honestly think Kendrick Lamar funds Anthony Fantano's career. Like, bro, you are such a pathetic liar. I'm sick of it. It was made at best, and every Kendrick Lamar project gets a 9 or above. Like, with your scale, oh my God.
Well, did you see what he gave? He gave the Clips record a 10.
Of course he did. Of course he did. Because he wants the whole he wants all the fans to be like, yes, this guy knows what he's talking about. He doesn't have any genuine opinions. He just knows how to say what people want him to say. That's why I think you think it's refreshing to have me on, because I'm not going to say what you want me to say. And it's that, I think Drake should relax and stop releasing music. No, I'm a Drake fan. I'm going to tell you how it is. I think that he's the best, and I think he's not going to lay down and die. That's it.
Well, I'm gonna clip this section of like video, and I'm gonna send it directly to Fantano. I'm gonna see if I can start like a beef between you two.
Yes, dude. Publicize a beef between me and Anthony Fantano so I can grow my Instagram and then start a YouTube.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, way bigger things after all this.
Yeah, totally. And then Drake will finally invite you to his whatever he's doing next,
to the compound, because he'd be like, bro, I seen you riding out for me against Anthony Fantano. That guy's a dweeb. That guy's been on my case for years. So you know what? You should come to the embassy one time. And I'll be like, sure, bro. Like, whatever. I'll see if I can free up time,
Yeah. Just when all this happens, just remember me, okay? That's all I ask.
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh. All right, man. Well, we'll catch you later. Anybody out there listening that doesn't know you, you're on TikTok and you're growing your Instagram, Sal Luciano. Great content.
Sal Luciano official on Instagram. The link tree's in my bio on TikTok, but it's at Sal Luciano on TikTok. I'm going to be releasing a lot of content because I have some things to cook for you, and I also have a lot of stuff to talk about with Drake's new album coming out. So yeah,
awesome, man. Well, we'll have you on again, maybe October time if Drake releases. Then that'd be a fun one.
All right, we'll see, bro. All right, man.
All right. Well, take care.
Peace. Have a good one. Stay safe. All that. See you next time.